all these terms about, about risk reduction or risk sharing. It's true that before you come to share risks, you need to make sure that you're on a level playing field. So weak countries who are quite highly indebted will start inventing ideas about the Eurobond and so on. And no country who is normally strong and successful, its people will be very wary of ideas of let's share. We share, by all means, it's important to share, but if you're on the same level, and first we need to make sure that those countries who have a high ratio of non-performing loans or have highly indebted, first come to at least modest ratios, indicators, then we start sharing the risk. So this is really the difficulty with moving with the banking union and also about other targets for the Eurozone in general, that some countries are quite far behind and we just have to help them catch up because, the risk sharing will not advance that much if this doesn't happen. So it's not because we don't want to move, but that's the moral hazard that rich countries don't mind subsidizing and helping out other countries who are weaker, but they have to show that they're helping themselves. You have an institution which is very successful, which is the European Stability Mechanism, very successfully run. It can offer to have sort of a rainy day fund and enlarge its functions so that it will support the Eurozone for the future. It will be, say, the European Monetary Fund or similar. And that's where Malta would like to go along that path. Definitely, you will find us with a group of level-headed countries without any political agendas. We don't want to show off or inventing this and that. We want the Eurozone to succeed. We really believe in it. And we know that we have a program, like EDIS, for example. We believe that would be the next step. So you will find Malta talking a lot of sense in the Eurozone meetings. What is of concern is that although there are problems on their own, the uncertainty related to Brexit, the uncertainty for export countries with tariffs, the worst thing is not they themselves, just like an accident in history, as it happened. No, they are symptoms of deeper concerns. The dissatisfaction there is worldwide, I would say. When I say worldwide, I mean in Europe and US especially, with the established political classes or groups or parties. Somehow the people feel they didn't deliver enough. And as a result, they are highly uncertain and they are afraid. They're afraid of terrorism, they're afraid of migration, they are afraid of the unemployment, populism, nationalism. There must be something underlying. It's just not for one particular country now. It's spread all over. Brexit and Trump and tariffs are all related to dissatisfaction with what happened before. The non-deliverance of certain basic things like income distribution. One would think that countries to be successful, fine, but the proceeds of that success must be spread. When you have big chunks of the population say they were excluded from that success, that's already the seeds of dissatisfaction. And this is how it is showing itself by you know, and in Italy, you name it, everywhere. I mean, in many, many places, you know, the population, the electorate, are saying enough. And they're doing this by going for parties which I'm sure they know in their hearts of hearts they're not going to deliver. Hopefully there will be a cycle where they don't deliver, because we know that they have no plans, they have no solutions, whether in the UK or in the US or anywhere else. So we will have to wait for this cycle to go by, and hopefully that then the people, the electorate, will go back to the parties before, but they have to be reformed. They have to be re-reformed, and it will convince the people now to go back to where they belong, really, to the middle. You know, the extremities have never served the world or brought peace or prosperity.